So now you know how to write an equation with a slope and a point. But what happens when you come across a problem like this one where it says write the equation of the line having a slope of 1/2 passing through the point 5, 1. Now we're dealing with a fraction issue that we have to deal with in order to write an equation. In order to solve for b on this, we need to go ahead and plug in our slope of 1/2 and our x and our y in order to solve for b. So let's go ahead and plug those into y equals mx plus b. We know that y is 1. We know that m is 1/2 times x, which is 5, plus b. So now we have an issue where we're going to have to multiply and get a fractional problem right here. We'll go ahead and put a 1 under the 5. We'll multiply 1 times 5 and get 5. 2 times 1 gives me 2 plus b. Well, I don't know about you, but I don't like having to add and subtract fractions. So we're going to go ahead and try a different route to solve this problem. It does take one extra step, but it makes it easier in the long run. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to multiply everything in the equation by that denominator. So I'm going to multiply everything by this 2 right here. I'm going to go 2 times the 1. I'm going to go 2 times the 5/2, and I'm going to go 2 times b. And what that ends up giving me is 2 times 1 is 2. We know that if I have a 2 on the top and a 2 on the bottom, that those will cancel out. And it leaves me with just 5. Plus, and then 2 times b is 2b. Now we'll go ahead and continue solving for b. I'm going to minus 5 from both sides. And that gives me -3 equals 5 minus 5 on this side gives me 0, so I can cancel those out, and it leaves me with 2b. Go ahead and continue solving. We'll go ahead and divide by 2, and I get b equals -3 over 2. So now I know that my m is 1/2 from the problem, and my b is -3/2. And I can go ahead and plug those into my y equals mx plus b. Y equals 1/2 x. And here again, because this is a negative, we're just going to put a subtraction sign. And then minus 3/2. And there is your equation. Let's try another one. Write the equation of the line having a slope of -2 and passing through the point 1, 4. So let's go ahead and see here we have our m, and here we have our x and our y. Once again, we'll start with y equals mx plus b, which is pretty much where we start for every problem. We know that my y is 4. My m is -2/3 times my x is 1 plus b. I'm going to go ahead and put a 1 under that, and we'll multiply that fraction out. We get 4 equals -2 times 1 is -2. 3 times 1 gives me 3 plus b. And here again, I'm going to multiply everything in the equation by the denominator so that we're no longer dealing with a fraction. I'm going to multiply 3 here. I'm going to multiply 3 here. I'm going to multiply 3 here. And let's see what we get. 3 times 4 gives me 12. My 3's are going to cancel out, leaving me with -2. And then 3 times b is 3b. We'll go ahead and solve for b by adding 2 to both sides. And that gives me 14 on this left side. And on the right side, -2 plus 2 will cancel out, and it leaves me with 3b. Divide both sides by 3, and you get b equals 14 over 3. So now we can go ahead and finish our problem. We know that m equals negative 2 over 3. We know that b is 14 over 3. And our equation will be y equals negative 2/3 x plus, because it's positive, 14 over 3. And there you have it. And that's it.